Hey, this is Brandon Walsh trying to make a video here to clarify what's going on with my new MacBook Pro. Hopefully this makes the situation clearer. I tried the 2 steps suggested in this email from Steven. Adding the new network location, which is something that I had already tried a couple of times with previous support techs, and it did not help either or any of those times. I then also tried this removing Wi-Fi from the left-hand column of network preferences pane, re-added, restarted, also did not help. So I'm gonna show you now the whole process of what happens when I restart the computer. And as far as I can tell, it's the same thing that also happens when I move the computer to a new location and open it there. Same issue of networks not showing up. So here we go. Let's give it a try. So this is the email that I got with the instructions of what to try. As I said, neither of these things made any difference. I just tried them about 10 minutes ago and then decided to make this video to hopefully clarify what's happening. Yeah, so neither of these worked. I had just restarted the computer after the last attempt of doing this thing, removing the Wi-Fi interface from the network preferences and re-adding. So I restarted. I waited about, at least a minute to see if the Wi-Fi would connect on its own, and it did not. So I did the thing that I described to previous texts, and I'll show you that process once I restart now, so you can see what I'm going through every time. As you can see, the Wi-Fi is connected now. Everything's working as it should be since I manually got it to connect. And now we'll go through the process of restarting and see what happens. Let's see if I can kind of keep the screen in view while I do it. I'm not sure if this is gonna hold or not. Let's see here. I don't really have a good way of... Yeah, okay, we'll try this. So, restarting the computer now. Restart. Here we go. Okay, so it's just come back up. I'm logging in now, and let's keep an eye on the Wi-Fi up here. What's gonna happen here? Okay, as you can see, it picks up on my phone as a potential hotspot, which is, what it's done every time. And you can see we're still waiting. It's not finding any networks. Waiting. other than minimizing the windows right there, I haven't done anything. Haven't clicked on anything. I haven't changed any settings or done anything since restarting. Waiting. I'm gonna let this go even a bit longer than I normally do. I mean, every other device that I've had myself or anyone else that connects to the network, it normally shows up in a matter of seconds. I mean, it shows up like before I even sign in. Normally, it's already connected while I'm still at the login screen. That's what would happen on my old MacBook. I had like a late 2012 MacBook Pro 13-inch, and this is the MacBook Pro 16-inch. Just bought it new from the Apple Store late June. And I used a time machine backup to transfer from my old MacBook Pro. So we waited over a minute now. Nothing's going on there. Let's see what happens if I click on the Wi-Fi network. As you can see here, there's just nothing listed. I'm in an apartment building. There's normally at least a dozen other networks that get picked up. I'll let this sit open. You can see there's just nothing going on. It's not finding anything. It's not doing anything here. I'll let that sit another 20 seconds or so, and then I'll show you what I do normally to get it to connect. Nothing happening. It just keeps saying looking for networks, but it doesn't find anything. So what I do to get this to work, so you can see here, I'm going to do Option, click, get the expanded menu up here, open Wireless Diagnostic. When I first was doing this, I would run the full Wireless Diagnostic, but that takes a while and it forces me to wait for it to finish generating the report at the end. So instead, now what I've done, you can see over here, I'm going Window, Scan. Now the scan is running. You'll see suddenly it pops up with all these networks. So now I'll wait a second and see if it actually works to connect. Normally it'll kind of kick in on its own, or if not, so it's not showing up as connected yet. So I'm just gonna go up here, go there. Now it has all the networks in the list, and I'll pick my network here, and that should get it to connect. Okay, so there we go. Now it's connected. So that's what I have to do every time I restart the computer or take it to a different location. Mainly it's the same two locations going between my home and my office. I haven't taken it to too many other places where I already had the network information saved since I got this machine, but it's the same problem in those places too, where it just doesn't show any networks, even though pretty much everywhere I try to connect, I'm in a city, it's all, there's lots of networks around. And again, I've never had these problems with my old laptop or with my phone, or I've never seen anyone else have this kind of problem. So I would really appreciate any help you can provide. Thanks.